So,
Alright.
let's go ahead and do it. Do an unarmed attack to hit.
I don't know how much damage that does, so I just put it at 0.
It is in the book somewhere.
So I grab him by the trap.
Indeed so. And he must make a successful agility test. And
I
because
forgot
he is
to
in
add
fact
my
in a
plus
trap,
10%.
You have plus 10%?
Yeah, so I would have definitely hit.
Okay.
But I also get 10% on my strength test for this.
And because he is in a trap, he is unable to escape you, so you are now grappling him.
Alright, now, do I have to wait till my next turn to throw him in the ship river, or can I do that as part of this?
It is a half action to do the attack, as any attack. So
Alright,
you could
so,
very well choose your other action to move him over the water if you wish, and then merely drop him in.
yes.
Because dropping him is free action. There you go. It is now that rat's turn. It has a heavy iron weight on it, and it has to try to swim in the river, and the river is also fast moving. So let's see. It does in fact have swim. However, I'm giving it the same penalty it just had.
And he's going to say, welcome to Clan Pestilence, because that's sure to get infected.
Alright. And it will try to swim over here, and as it swims away, you can go ahead and try to strike it.
Alright.
As it clambers back up onto the surface.
No.
Alright. You manage to miss it as it swims away. Since it is no longer pegged to the ground as you lift it up and hurled it, it is merely dragging the trap along with it now. However, it has no way of getting it off at this point. The Rat King, however, is not quite so much a fool. How dare you treat my subjects this way? And he will aim and attack. And of course, his pipe just flies straight over your head. Oh wait, you're surrounded. That actually hits.
Ooh. So what would that hit?
Uh, Good question. That's a 47?
No, you switch it. You switch it
Yeah,
when
so
it's
74.
yeah.
So that would hit your body.
Okay.
You can also still parry because you do have that option.
Yes.
And so you do. Lead pipe does not beat out your Warhammer yet. However, the giant rat behind you cares much less about this. It has friendship, and it also has its frenzy. So it'll try to take an easy meal out of you, but not succeed. You're tougher than it seems. Your turn.
Alright. The free one is certainly a lot more dangerous, and we're going to now just go there. Gonna draw a hit from the Rat King, but he has not impressed me yet.
Alright, well, he's going to go ahead and make an attempt at it. He does have friendship bonus for this hit. But it doesn't matter as he just flails his makeshift scepter at you. Respect the Under Kingdom, respect it.
Alright, and now gonna bring the hammer down on that Skaven.
Alright, so you do. And you definitely hit. Ooh, for a nice solid 9. Let's see. That does in fact bring it to critical, but not over just yet. As you smash it in one blow, and you can hear bones crunching underneath your hammer. This rat is going to go ahead and attempt to run away. And he will make it this far. The Rat King sees you walk away, and as you step away, he tries to break out of the trap. And he does not succeed. And how... Ooh, the trap does hurt him badly. Checking out his armor. Takes a significant amount of damage. And he looks down at the trap and says, "Don't you defy me!" It is now the rat facing you, however. He does not have friendship anymore, but he is still out for blood, sensing your own weakness. He does not connect. It is now your turn.
All right. Can I? I don't think I need to go into a parrying stance. And that's a full round action? Or is that a half?
A half action for a parrying stance.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to aim. That gives me a +10.
Yes, it does. Could be very helpful here. Ooh, yep, that is a hit, and that is for 5. That is going to be a 2-point critical to its left arm. Or to its front leg, rather. Show me a critical. Anything held in his hand is dropped. Well, it's not exactly holding on to anything. But it can no longer use that arm, and it will walk a little bit slower now. And given its dire situation, this one will continue to try to run. The Rat King will attempt to escape its trap again. Curse you! And become free. With that, he will go ahead and step up to you. Nobody escapes the Under Kingdom. However, its rat friend is much less interested in all this nonsense and will attempt to run away with its now broken claw. It will do a withdrawal action to avoid taking hit. 1, 2, 1, 2. It manages to make it over the trash, at best, given the hard travel. And now it is your turn. The other rats are fleeing. This one is in your face.
All right. Aim and hit.
All right.
Oh, damn.
Aha! You cannot fight a king such as I. The rats are going to continue to escape. They are out of initiative as far as I'm concerned for now. At which point it is just you and him. He is going to go ahead and wind up a blow. This is what you get for attacking my subjects. And it will hit your body if you cannot parry it.
Ooh.
You definitely do not. Oh, and he comes in with a 9 to your body.
All right. I take 5 of that.
Indeed. How you looking?
Brings me right to 0.
Oof. Danger zone.
Yes.
That is the might of a king. It's your turn.
Sic Semper Tyrannis.
Temper? What? Is all he manages to say. Give him your
Aim and
blow.
attack.
Aiming and attacking. Ooh, you go for his right arm. He only has one weapon, so he cannot parry, and he cannot dodge either. Give me the damage. Seven damage to his right arm. And you notice that as you hit, it is muffled a bit by some leather that he is wearing underneath his bathrobe. But to which you hear the most pain out of him that you have heard so far. Rat does not like this, and he will take up a parrying stance and ready to block any blow of yours. In the meantime, he will also still try to hit you and finish you off. Surrender yourself, and I shall see you treated to the ancient treaties between the underworld and the surface world. There is mercy in the Underkingdom, unlike above. And he swings and misses. It is your
Stuff the
turn.
horned rat's mercy.
The horned what now?
That will confuse him, but I'm gonna let it throw off his hand.
I would say that is confusing. That's a confusing statement from a Skaven.
If he were a Skaven.
Oh, I see.
Oh, is that your most recent hit there? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yes, so he will attempt to parry that, and if he doesn't, things could be bad for him. So let's see if he does. He does not. Things could be bad for him. Roll that damage. Oof. That is... He absorbs quite a bit of it, and he is now into the same dangerous state that you are. His two heads on either side of him awaken and begin, gibbering and foaming at the mouth like, well, like feral rats, of course.
Surrender, King.
No, you surrender! I rule this land! You could, in fact, try to make some sort of intimidation check if you wanted.
I think I will.
Let's see if this plays out. I rule! I do! But I surrender to the might of the surface world. And he will go ahead and, take a single step back in withdrawal.
Now, about this gold.
You above-worlders and your focus on gold and lucre? Is it not enough that you take everything from us?
But like your most recent meal there, that was a friend of somebody.
Was it truly? It was dead here when we found it. It was strange, wearing purple robes. And surrounded in blood. Oh gosh, look at it, it's still here. We've had to feast upon it, for there's no food else here. And our pacts with the above world say that we should never return. You could make an intelligence check if you want to see what's fishy here. You could also roll a, common knowledge check to maybe know more about Skaven in particular. Like an empire check or,
Well, common knowledge, dwarves. Dwarves
dwarves
do
would also
have
work.
a history with the Skaven, so you might know about that bit of it.
Indeed.
About,
You can go
the,
ahead and
with
roll
the
that
dwarven.
as well. So as far as your common knowledge goes, this is definitely not a Skaven. It does not meet the speech patterns, except in that one instance. It does not know about the horned rat. It stands up perfectly straight. It's bigger and larger. It's holding a pipe. It's declaring itself king. And it's talking about treaties and talks of the underworld and above world. And Skaven
Yes,
simply do not talk about their warrens in that same way. This is not a Skaven.
and that's the only reason he's letting him live. Now, give him another reason why not to, and that might change the story. But right now,
I
he's run
suppose if
off
it
the
is.
rats.
Yes. I suppose if it is your purpose here to extract ransom from us once more, then I suppose I have no choice but to acquiesce to the violence of the above world. Come then, I shall pay your ransom. For I am bound by treaties, unlike you lot. And he will go ahead and guide you back to the room. Back down this way. I'll just go ahead and move you here.
All right, and my jailer
And
senses probably.
he will go ahead and go behind this column and pull out what looks like a pile of gold bars wrapped up in fine cloth. Of course, it is all very dirty at this point. We had uncovered this treasure in our very own mining as we scratched and clawed at the walls around us. A gift of the underworld. But I suppose now that it is yours.
And see to it that you do not consort with Skaven. They are duplicitous.
What are these Skaven you speak of?
Or not they all. Maybe you weren't. But let this be a lesson to you.
Yes, I have learned of the violence of the above world, as many times before I have. I shall resign myself to continue to rule the underworld in peace and prosperity. You say he says this, but you look around and this room is very small and has a very dirty cot in the back and nothing more than the cowering rat in the corner right now. What do you do, Mordrin?
Well, take his blood money and go.
All right.
Does he roll for
Do you
willpower?
touch the gold?
Yes, he doesn't know
You
any
said the
better.
magic words.
Yeah!
As you touch it,
Mutations!
I believe we're looking at a toughness check with -20, aren't we?
Hmm.
Isn't that right, Theta?
I don't know. I'm opening the book.
Okay. Yes, I believe touching this foul gold will in fact perhaps proc a mutation.
Coming on.
Just waiting for the confirmation. I'm looking through some of my own
Mutations.
notes.
Scanning for the mutations. I'm on page 26. I see a toughness test. Oh wait, that's the moon thing. I don't see where you're getting the -20% from. What was that from?
For touching the refined warpstone.
Oh, that I don't remember.
Challenging, right?
Okay, well, I'm fairly certain it was at the -20.
Yeah, unfortunately, that was Liz that knew everything about that one.
Ah, yes.
I mean, go for it.
Yeah, go ahead and give us the toughness check, and if we're wrong, we will go ahead and modify it in the process.
This week paid well.
Came in at -20. I would have passed that otherwise, so just keep that in mind if you were wrong.
Okay. I'm just going to keep trying to look for the book. Do. Where is our rat book?
Rat.
Why would it have been in the rat
That's-
book?
Because they have a section specifically towards Warpstone, its different refinements and how they act.
Right, but this was from a mutant that had its skin sheared off, remember?
Right, but they're all basically the same rules.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
Unrefined Warpstone, 82.
Metal body counts for Webstone for the purpose of causing mutation.
Okay. And what does it say there?
Unrefined Warp. Oh, right. I was treating this as tokens because it was in fact refined now. In this case, you have touched it. Yes, -20.
Okay.
So now is the
Mutation
time of
time.
your mutation.
Mutation time.
Let's see. Now we need to go to the other book with the fun mutations.
Have
So
it open.
Race becomes mutant, by the way, so you can change that at your discretion.
You don't
Let's
lose
see.
anything. No.
No, you
Yep,
don't. But actually, you gain the option at any time now. You can spend 100 XP and gain the Flee talent.
Please.
Yay! Okay. I think you have a chance to go insane as well if we want to cover the insanity first.
You do? I just can never remember where it is.
I know, I'm keep trying to find it.
Mutation minus page 60.
Do. Let's fate points. Further mutations.
Mutations
First
are
time
madness.
character gain a mutation, you must immediately succeed on a challenging willpower test or gain 2 insanity points.
Okay, so go ahead and give us a willpower. Challenging is how much now?
-10.
If the victim succeeded on the last test,
That's the first time, though. It doesn't matter.
yeah, but
It's 2 or nothing.
you have to make another check each time. But if you succeed on last, it's becoming more and more easier.
Hey, you don't
Alright,
go
you
insane.
Hey!
Give me a 1d1000.
Oh boy, here we go.
$174. Blood
Blood
substitution.
Substitution. Oh boy.
Oh, that also
Fear-
gives you 3
fear
fear
3.
points.
Oh boy.
I believe that already makes you unsettling.
Yeah.
Does
More
it?
than that, I think.
By the way, just a reminder, you can spend fate points to reroll things.
Well, with all the mutations I could have gotten, that one is at least well, it does affect my appearance.
It's
because
very
it doesn't
interesting.
feature
In
one.
fact, roll 1d10.
I mean, it's not bad.
As part
Yeah.
of this talent, you will gain 1 toughness.
I mean, that wasn't a great roll on your half, though.
No, yep.
Roll on the following table. In some cases, you may gain the ability effect of the do.
I'm gonna use a fortune point to reroll that d10.
I think
That
it's-
is fair
Is
enough.
it fortune or fate? I think it might be fate. that you have to
Fortune
roll, it?
is. Nah,
I'm pretty sure.
fate is.
No, I mean it's up there. My push to
Oh.
talk is the zoom button. I think. Hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I think it's fate. Because these are such weird things that.
Well,
I need
Fate was
to-
changing the entire mutation itself.
Yeah.
Right.
and
Oh,
you-
okay. I thought
Here's
that's
an
what he meant.
individual role within that mutation.
I
And you
thought
need to
that's what he was
run-
talking about. My bad. I jumped the gun.
You need
Okay,
to run
so-
the 1d100 to see what's actually in your vein now.
Indeed.
Small birds. That's awesome. A warrior.
Alright, so you change that up to 10 toughness, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
A 28. Your
Fire!
blood is now fire. Whenever you are hurt, a lance of fire erupts from the injury. You lose one additional wound as the injuries cook your flesh. Your attackers must succeed on a challenging agility test or take 3 damage that ignores all armor points.
You could have eyeballs if you roll just a bit lower. Or glue.
Okay, so you lose one of your wounds.
Yeah, that's
So you gain 10 toughness, but you lost 1 wound.
yeah, that's not a great deal.
No, I believe that means when you're damaged, you take an additional damage, is what it's saying.
Yeah, that's not a great deal. Like, it's more.
Well, that's even
resistant,
worse
that's
than the way
all.
I was. That's even worse
Yeah.
than the way I was thinking of it.
I know.
Each time you hurt, you lose 1 more wound. That's not really good. But at least you, yeah.
Alright. I'll go
Could
ahead
have
and,
been vomit. Ugh.
oof, yeah, that'd be terrible.
Well, you don't. Most people don't vomit blood. I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
See.
Eyeball excrement. Your
most
blood
people
gets
don't-
replaced with excrement. That would have been great.
most people don't also bleed vomit. So I could have been
Alright.
excrement, so it could have been worse.
So I'm just gonna copy and paste it here just so that Ark has access to it.
Oh, I put it in the chat already.
Oh, you did? Okay, cool.
So I assume the blood outside his body, because it would be a lot from this fight, has also turned to fire.
No.
Yes, your wounds start to
Oh.
cauterize, and you can feel the fire burning within you.
Ooh.
No
Alright.
damage at this point, but you are aware that it happens.
And
As
he's
your hand brushes over the gold, and you can feel its radiant energy, its warmth.
yeah, that's not good. So he's going to back away from that and say, you know what? No, on behalf of the surface world, you may keep this gold.
And remember that you have the unsettling talent now as well, Morden.
Yes.
Oof.
Because you have over 2 fear points. If you got up
Truly?
to 5, you'd be frightening.
The Rat King will look at you. Truly? You come down here to express your violence, but then don't take anything? What is this generosity? What is this change of heart? I must know. What is it that compels you surface worlders to do this?
I was misguided.
I see. So mistake. Perhaps you've seen the error of your ways. I am a kind and generous king. So please, go on your way. You are
Aw.
welcome to return in the future.
Very well. Don't spend it all in one place.
We don't have shop down here. What do you think I'm gonna do with it?
You're gonna come back and there's gonna be like a tiny little shop with like the giant rats manning them. There's gonna be like, a fleck of a scrap of metal, maybe like a piece of cloth, and a little bit of cheese all on sale.
A joke
And then
no
you
one's
pass it
gonna get,
around.
but there's gonna be a spider with a chest that you open up and get a random free magical item.
Yeah. What?
Memories.
Oh.
Alright, so Mordrin, you are getting the hell out of the sewer, aren't you?
Yes.
Alright. Do you meet up with your coworkers at all?
After he collects his traps, yes.
Okay. You go ahead and collect your traps for the time being, and meet back
Oh,
up
and
with
he'll
your...
also collect what's left of that body and, bring it as, just showing them what he found.
As you drag the body back to your coworkers, they'll look at it and, shiver. It's like, oh, what happened to this guy? Got eaten by rats, didn't he?
Rat things.
You sure
Not
they're not
quite.
talking about you? You are unsettling now.
They could be.
And if more celeb came the next night because of you, I swear to Verna,
Well.
I'm not defending this pillar again.
It has been a week, and what is the random number for amount of days between more slubs?
That might require you to know something.
I mean, I do know a lot of things. No, I'm just asking out of character. What's the D? Is it like a D10 plus something, or?
It's 3d10 days.
Okay.
So
All
it
right.
could come in 3 days, or it could come in 30. Average about 15.
Well, no, I mean it's been a week, so it could, if it was going to come within
Oh,
3
it's
days,
been about 8 days.
yeah, it
Or
would have.
at least it will be 8 days tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, it can really come whenever. Fucking
Well,
moon.
I mean it has
Gustav
the.
might know the most if he rolls magic or astrology or something.
I have an academic knowledge.
I think astrology would probably be the thing.
Yeah. Can I roll just for
Astronomy or
fun?
whatever.
Just to be prepared in case, you know.
Absolutely.
I want to point out this is
Yeah.
what he's doing instead of doing law research.
No, I'm waiting. Just have to look at the moon. I know
And
the
you've gotten my
stars.
message already, Griff, right? I think it was
Yeah, I just need to go over it.
long enough that you couldn't have missed it. When does Gustav think the next Morslev is going to arrive?
Too soon. Always too soon.
Alright,
So-
I'm just reading up real quick and checking my notes.
Because the real danger now, Morden, is 1, there's a maximum amount of mutations you can
Mutation.
get before you just
Yeah.
chaos spawn. And 2, chaos spawn is also something that can happen on the mutation roll. So,
Yeah.
one
That's
day,
pretty
one
bad.
night, you might just not wake up again. Or
Uh-oh.
technically, you would wake up again, but you would be an NPC now. Chaos spawn are not playable.
Yeah, they are mindless.
Yeah.
Just exist.
Indeed. But let's see. Gustav, you know from your astronomy that since it last rose, it would be another 21 days. But at this point, 8 of those have gone by, so that'd be another 13 in the future.
Alright. It's alright. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
So let's see. I understand what Berthold is doing here, I think. Gustav, did you have any special preparations you wanted to do? And did you want to tell your Sigmarite more about the events surrounding everything?
Sorry, Val, I zoned out for a second. Were you talking to me?
Yes, he
Yeah,
was.
Yeah.
What? I'm sorry, what did you ask me?
What is Gustav doing? Is he making any special preparations? And does he tell the Sigmarite more?
Oh boy, I've sent you lots of things.
Well, you sent him 3 things.
Yeah,
Yeah, let me go ahead and scroll back up and take a look at some of those.
I can send them back on Discord. Here.
Yeah, here we go. Alright. Okay, yeah. So let's see. Berthold, I'd like you to make a charm check for which you intend to do, and you know that your bonuses do apply.
Alright. Success by almost
Alright,
5
so you
degrees,
will-
but only 4 degrees.
You will have some additional help
Yeah.
that I will determine soon. Gustav, for part A, go ahead and make a charm check and get a plus 10 with the first person.
Oh. Damn, no, I wished I had cast something.
At least your penalty from before, when you had a charm penalty or a fellowship penalty, should be gone by now, I think.
Sure, but I'm still not very charming.
This is very true.
Proven!
Can I have... Nah, that's metagaming. I should have done it, but whatever. Yes! Oh, plus 10, so yeah, 1 degree of success.
Okay.
Actually, it wouldn't be. It has to be a full 10 to be a degree of success. You still would have been in. Oh, sorry. No, I was.
No,
I got the numbers backwards. I was looking at the test result as your target number.
yeah.
Alright, I'm just gonna make some notes real quick on the successes we have so far. Do. Let's see. Gustav, you have gotten some additional help. Let's see. Indeed, indeed. Let's see. For part 2, I need some luck. Go ahead and roll 1d100. This is going to be versus 30. 33. This is to randomly see if someone is capable of it, and the answer is no.
Come on, if this is a big city, they must have one of them. Like,
They might have it, but maybe he's busy. Ultimately, there's no one currently available to do so. And the last one, you can have.
Yay!
So.
What book are the mutations found
Tome
in?
of Corruption.
Alright, I've got that open.
Page 27 onward.
I
If
do
you
want
look
to
at the
find that
giant
game.
table, the table will say the name of the thing, and then on the right-hand side it will have how many fear points you get from it, plus what page number it's on.
I kind of want to get that gold, just touch it again.
Well, again, remember, there's a limit to how many times you
Yeah,
can touch it, and you don't
very
know what
true.
the limit
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, but come on, it's tempting.
Indeed.
I'm not tempted.
Yes, you were.
I'm not tempted anymore.
Can't be tempted if you're dead. Yeah, that's smart thinking
Fool me
right
once, shame on you. Fool me twice. Fool can't be
You
fooled
did
again.
it.
So I paused because that's the George Bush quote. You gotta look like an idiot for a second. You know, the George
Absolutely.
Bush, the George
Fool me
W.
twice. You've done it twice.
Cadesi. You are taken out on bail for a few hours, and it appears as if your new friend is taking you around town and introducing you. Is there anything you want to do, or do you go along with all of this?
Dre.
Of course. Yeah, right.
Dre.
He's
Delacey,
here?
Dre. I know she's there. She just responded to me in chat.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry, I got focused on reading things.
Oh, we understand.
Yeah, I was looking at careers, trying to determine where I wanted to go. Lost complete focus.
Alright, so you basically wander around with your new friend then.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not going to assume anything weird happens, and I will advance time then. I believe everyone has made as many preparations as they can for the time being.
Last thing, I want to cast a spell before the beginning of the trial.
Alright,
Like
go ahead.
5 minutes before.
The one that makes everybody throw up on each other.
Yeah.
Windstorm in the center of the courtroom. Aha, beat that.
Wind blast!
I mean, it is a spell.
Very true.
The one that makes them only tell the truth.
Yeah. Go ahead and keep
Yeah, but I
rolling,
don't
but
have it.
as you cast, you hear the sound of scraping behind you.
I should have casted.
It's Pyramid Head.
Right.
Pyramid Head's coming
Do I
after you.
have time- Yeah. Do I have time to cast it before Pyramid Head kills me?
Yeah, you do, but descriptively, you turn your head to see what it is, and you see through one of the doorways in the hall, a figure passing by, like some sort of very frail woman with incredibly long hair, with nails that reach down to the floor. She turns her head to look at you before continuing by.
Whoa.
I was hoping you were going to say somebody like in a long robe hunched over, because Gustav is clearly against any old people in long robes. It's another Skaven! Instantly, Gustav's entire
Yeah.
argument is thrown out the window, and the guy pulls back the hood, and it's just an old man.
If he's fine. Alright, I'm gonna cast him.
You do not discern any information from your mystical senses.
She's,
Everything is merely going bluer and bluer for you.
she's weird, but hey, you know, people are weird sometimes.
Go ahead and roll your casting again.
Aha! I want. Can I cast? Yeah, and I want to cast a last spell before this, if I can, before the.
Absolutely.
Yes.
As you are casting, of course, you see a number of long nails go over your shoulder.
I stop it and. Go
As
back
you
to
whip
spell.
around to see, there's no one there.
All right. This is not fine. I'm having a
Do you want to go ahead
sniffle.
and finish casting then?
No, I want to make academic knowledge magic to see what the hell is going on. Oh, I already cast, so I can can do it.
Yeah.
No. So yeah, I want to make knowledge to see what's going on. What's going on
Okay.
here?
Go ahead and roll some knowledge.
Well,
Let's see.
one reroll. Fuck you. No rerolls. Alright, I'm ready for the trial, but just to be safe, I'm gonna go see my master and tell him what I saw.
He listens to you and sort of nods his head. You must have seen one of the handmaidens then.
The what?
They're sort of like they're omens and spirits trapped within the winds of magic.
Oh,
Some think that they're the souls of burned witches, and there certainly might be some around here. They rarely let themselves be seen for very long. But they're perfectly harmless, he says. He sort of like waves his hand. Oh, unless something else happens.
what? That's good. What? Like, tell me the whole things, please.
Well, it's not conclusive. I don't think anyone's truly studied their direct effect. More bad things just seem to happen around them.
Oh,
Sometimes
joy.
they haunt those who use their magic frequently. There's quite a few of us who will end up downstairs as a result. Gives them
Joy.
some time to calm down.
Will you be here for the trial?
Well, I can come down and watch it. I'm sure they might ask me to describe when she fled, perhaps.
Alright, well. I guess I'm ready.
Alright. The trial occurs, and of course we have a priest of Verona acting as judge. The bailiff himself has shown up, perhaps as a witness of some kind, as well as several nobles, and who have brought along their own lawyers and have padded the defensive bench. Alongside, of course, Cadesi and Berthold. On Gustav's side, of course, is the Sigmarite priest. And Gustav, you do recognize one additional face in the crowd, and it appears to be the man who owned the mercenary company.
Hmm.
It appears that through everyone else's investigating, they had brought him in for part of this trial. And of course, you do have your Shalia witness with you as well. The Sigmarite will stand up first from their tape from their table. Everyone is at the level. There's merely tables and chairs set up around, and of course a few guards in the room just to make sure anything weird doesn't happen. There's quite a lot of magical potential going on here. The Sigmarite gets up and goes, "This woman consorts with those who seek to destroy us from beneath our very feet. I believe that she is conspiring with them, and if not, is at the very least guilty of aiding them in whatever terrible plots they have planned for us all." And he will wander over to the defensive table and slam his hands down on it and look at Kadesi and scream, "Confess!" To
Gustav will
which,
facepalm.
all of the defensive lawyers will stand up and begin shouting precedent at him that he ought to step away, silencing him for the time being. Additionally, Kadesi, the chair you're in looks like it is made to secure people to it. However, you are completely unbound, and you have had all of your property restored to you.
Cool.
Alright. So it is time for Gustav and the plaintiff to go ahead and reveal their evidences. Tell us the story, Gustav.
Well, as my master can attest, I was tasked with going out north and resolving the problem of a silver mine. My master told me he had a contract with a certain mercenary company and that I should go to them. I did, and I only met the accused and one of my friends who joined the company recently. They told me another one of their friend will come. I did not pay any mind to it as the accused were vouched for his ability in combat. And when the time to leave the city came, the rats man came disguised as a old engineer behind a cloak, and I didn't catch on his ruse at first, and was not until we were fighting a troll where his cloak dissolved and I revealed that he was a rat man, and the elf still claimed that yes, he was a friend and he did not at least did not exactly kill us. It didn't make me back from the silver mine. There was orcs and trolls, as I reported to the Imperial College of Magic. But the contractor gave me a Skaven mercenary, and this elf knew about it.
The priest of Verena, acting as judge, will ask a question. What do you have any proof on hand to demonstrate with absolute certainty that this man was a Skaven?
I have but one word, but I have this, and I will go and give the priest all the documents I requested.
Say that again?
I will go to priest and give him all the document I've requested and got.
Okay, so you put down the document that you are, of course, a mage. You're obligated to tell the truth, especially when it comes to foretelling fortunes.
I helped the city against Chaos and Skaven, of the Balif World and the Lady of Lightwoods, and
Okay.
proof of character from the Shalian Temple.
Alright, the first person you bring up, of course, is the priest of the Shalia Temple, who gets up and showers you with praise, saying that you are a wonderful member of the community, that you come by frequently, looking so hard up so often, but when you finally had the ability, you returned the favor tenfold. Truly, you are a noble and honorable man. And of course, they can't see why you would possibly lie.
Should have brought Alexa, but since she's not here,
Right, Alexa is considered indisposed.
yeah.
Who else would you like to come up and say something?
Bailiff, the Lady of Light. That's what I went to say it to them.
The bailiff, of course, lets his presence be known, and everyone is casually respectful to him at the moment. He's not presiding in any official stance, but things could change if he said literally anything. He gets up and describes how you've worked for him a handful of times, and how you seem to be very diligent and definitely in tune with the needs of the city. And of course, he definitely believes you and your statements so far. If there's a single problem in this city that is the most troublesome, it would definitely be that of the Skaven kind. And of course, everyone in the room gives a bit of a nod, knowing that those words do not leave this room. So the bailiff will go back and sit down, and you now have 2 character witnesses in your favor at the moment. What else will you bring up?
Lady of Light, my master.
Eisen will get up and claim that you're a solid student, and the Lady of Light will go ahead and talk about how you've definitely
Of
worked in the
chaos.
city's favor,
Yeah.
fighting the forces of chaos themselves, and of course that you seem quite interested in helping the city out in other